It all started with 32 YugiTubers. 32 YugiTubers who wanted to be the best, who wanted to say that they were number one. And now, after 2 months, 4 rounds, and over 30 videos, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the finals! Let's start with the Team Avalanche and his Fire Fist Trap Tricks deck. The Team Avalanche has dominated his way through this tournament through a combination of easy +1s and devastatingly powerful back row.
Hey, how's it going, YouTube? This is Joe Grizz from the Team Avalanche Worldwide YugiTuber, and welcome to the finals of the YugiTuber Grand Championship, aka the SwagTuber Grand Championship, that we took over. I'd like to give a shout out to all the fans who supported us throughout the entire tournament. From comments, to Facebook messages, to Facebook posts, to DM messages saying that you wanted me to win. I really appreciate the love and support, guys. I really do. Why I deserve to win? Well, hey, I have a unique deck, unique play style, trying to win it all for you, trying to bring it home. There's nothing left to say, but see you guys in the finals, and let's see what the outcome is. All I know is that me and Keith are both coming to play. Later, y'all. Peace.
And then there's 87ShoNuff and his Yang Zing deck. Now, 87ShoNuff's deck might be slow to start up, but once he gets going, he can manage to easily overwhelm his opponent. And if he manages to get a full-powered Yazi on board, you can imagine that his opponent is going to be in for one tough fight.
What's up out there, YouTube land? It's me, but 87ShoNuff. I've been asked to talk to you guys about why I feel like I'm going to win this entire tournament. Pretty much, Yang Zings don't have no chill, alright? We just don't. We savage like that. You guys play all these spell cards, and trap cards, and cards that target. Congrats that, Snatch still is back in the game. But we have bosses. We have monsters that support our bosses to say you can't hurt us with spells. You can't hurt us with traps. We don't die by battle. We get 500. Plus, we got monsters that can't be targeted. We got cards that bring back monsters that are walking Sheins. We got monsters that walking Shein. He's a macrocosmos on legs, pretty much. We just with the stars. And if I don't win, if it's not written in the stars for ShoNuff to win this tournament, then I guarantee you, Joe, Ryan, or Yugimation are gonna win this tournament. One of us, one of the Swagmans are gonna win this, hands down. If it's not written in the stars for me to take it, which I think it is, I guarantee you one of those other guys beat it. Alright? That's it for me, guys. I'm out. RCS up. Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final match of the first ever YugiTuber Grand Championship. For this final match, we have Joe Grizz, aka the Team Avalanche himself, going up against Keith, otherwise known as 87ShoNuff. And with us for this electrifying finals match, we have the one, the only, Yugimation!
They thought they could keep me out of the finals. They thought they could keep me, Yugimation, out of the... They thought they could keep me out of the finals! No! I am here, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to be commentating with Alex, with Cimo here today to show everyone the best match there ever was. So let's get right into it.
Yugimation's here with me and has a front row seat to the probably most epic match that we're going to have of this entire tournament.
Hell yeah, we do. Summoning that Trap Trick Marmello, getting that Bottomless. Of course, we knew these plays were coming. Joe activating that tanky, who knows what he's gonna search. Oh, it's
no
a
one
bear!
saw that coming.
Didn't see that coming. Oh, Pot of Duality, of course, because there's no special summoning this turn, so I guess we'll just save that for next turn.
He needs it. He's already +2 for the turn, so I think he's pretty good.
And he reveals that warning. What is Keith gonna do? Seriously, so much cards in Joe's hand right now. He's already gotten +2 off of the turn, and it's phenomenal.
So Team Avalanche is going to take that solemn warning, and then I think right here we're going to have a little transition, and it's going to be Joe Grizz with set 3 and pass. We had a little bit of a disruption there, so we had to go ahead and skip that. But now we're over at 87ShoNuff's turn, where he's going to set a monster, and he's going to set a couple backer. Looks like it's going to be 3, and he's going to pass it right back to Team Avalanche.
Of course, I mean, Joe and Keith, this is just phenomenal. I'm loving this matchup. Keith is showing the exact same mentality that he was when he played me, was set everything and make me do the work. Of course he's just going to sit back and not want to do anything.
Tell me what you think about this matchup initially. I mean, we have Trap Tricks Fire Fist going up against Yang Zings. I mean, how do you feel about this?
I feel that I should have won. No, but on a real aspect, there's so much card advantage that Joe has already established for himself. Double Pot of Duality, the +2 from first turn, and with Keith just getting enormous amount of effects off of all the destruction that Joe's deck has. It's going to be interesting to see how he follows up around that. So Joe is going to be summoning Bear and activating his effect to pop the Tenki, and Keith is just going to get that monster search, that monster special off of, because who is that? Is that Bixie?
That's Bixie, yes. Stupid names. But it doesn't look like he's going to, because Team Avalanche has that Vanity's Emptiness to stop that special summon.
This isn't looking good right now for Keith, because this, seriously...
I think this is really pivotal right here, because now it gives Team Avalanche the chance to be able to have another +2 for the turn, because if that Bear's attack connects, he's not only going to get the Tenki, but he's going to get the search off the Tenki as well. So he's going to have a he's going to be really far ahead of 87ShoNuff.
Absolutely. Look at that.
So we see an MST come down on the Murmillo attack. Is going to pop the Tenki, which will in turn destroy the Vanity's Emptiness, which I think is a really smart play.
Yep, absolutely. I would have done the same thing. It's just, I didn't.
I'm curious, though, as to why 87ShoNuff didn't MST the Vanities immediately when the Bixie died.
That would have been allowing him to get the monster off of the Bixie being destroyed from Bear's effect, and that's actually a very good question. But of course, Keith works in so many mysterious ways, because, you know, he's like Yangzing God, so obviously he already has his play set up.
I mean, just look at that picture. Look how mysterious he looks there. You never know what he's thinking.
he's casting magic on us right now. It's just like, the 87ShoNuff is coming at you.
I don't know if a lot of the subscribers have seen the picture of where you gave him fireballs and, like, his eyes, like, shooting lasers out of them.
No, that's for friends and family only. These subscribers don't get that. They don't get that treatment. And of course, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Alex, but that play right there, that messed up my plans from when I played Keith. This is bringing back so many memories. Oh my goodness.
But we see that solemn warning come down, so that's going to mess up Keith's plays.
He has the warning, ladies and gentlemen. Joe looks like... Oh my goodness. Oh my
the wiretap.
What? No! No! This is not happening. Hold on, let me get my headphones. This is not happening. Ladies and gentlemen, 87ShoNuff just activated that wiretap on the solemn warning. Ladies and gentlemen, every effect is going through in this round. My goodness, this net advantage that Keith is bringing to the table. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen.
Wiretap just being such a clutch card for Keith throughout the duration of this entire tournament.
Absolutely.
I think that was a really good call on his part from the beginning, and especially hitting a warning. I mean, that is one of the things that all Yu-Gi-Oh players hate more than anything, is to get their solemn warning wiretapped.
I would know, because that same thing happened to me too. This is bringing too many memories back. I'm getting heart palpitations over here.
Just too much excitement in this match.
Too much is going on right now.
And it's only game one.
It's only game one. Oh, but wait a second.
This is going to be big.
Cardinal coming out. Let's see.
That is a Cardinal. So, for those of you who aren't familiar with Cardinal, you might be familiar with Madolche Queen Tiramisu, which we've seen a lot of this tournament. Cardinal is essentially the exact same card, except it's Fire Fist exclusive. So, it's going to be returning 2 Fire Fist cards or Fire Formation cards back to Joe's deck, and he's going to have the ability to shuffle 2 of Keith's cards back into his deck.
That's going to be some heavy minus plays right there for Keith. It does not look like it's going well for this round one. Joe looking like he's having so much advantage on Keith. This is exciting. Yeah, Joe.
No damage, Joe looking to have an extreme advantage.
I mean, life point cost is not the losing life points.
That's
You
not
did that
damage.
yourself.
That's
It's not
yeah,
damage.
that's not damage.
It is not damage.
So he's choosing to shuffle back to Suwani along with the Yangzing creation.
Which is puzzling to me of why would he leave that monster out, even though...
Leave it, yeah, I mean, I know he can only shuffle back 2, but leaving that Chi one is dangerous. Oh, we see Reasoning flipped, so this could get interesting.
Call level 3.
Oh, but no, Vanity's emptiness again!
That's right. This is still taking place in the last format. I thought we were rid of that MST.
That's right, remember everyone, this is still taking place with the old list, so Vanity's emptiness is still at 3, and it looks like if the Team Avalanche can keep ripping Vanities like this, he's gonna have no problem taking this match.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
This
man.
is going to be pretty hard on Joe right now. That dark hole coming down, but he lances.
Oh,
What
the
is he going to
Forbidden
lance?
Lance to save. I imagine he's going to save the Cardinal here because, I mean, if the Murmilio dies, it's not really that big a deal. But having the Cardinal in defense mode, I don't think anything will be able to get over the Cardinal.
Yeah, because that 2200 defense, unless the Yangzing start Sinker summoning, I don't think there's really much of a way for them to get over it, except for that level 5 guy. I don't even know these guys' names. There's Boxia, Bixia, Bitchia, I don't know.
Bitch.
Anything can happen in this game.
And Team Avalanche ripping that Coach Soldier Wolfbark off the top.
Coach Sergeant Wolfbar coming over here. Woo!
Oh my god. I mean, talk about a top deck. I mean, this round, I mean, I don't know. Unless 87ShoNuff has like a Mirror Force or something, this is not looking good.
This isn't, seriously.
So down comes the Tiger King, which I don't even think we've seen Tiger King like the whole tournament. Maybe like once, but I don't even remember seeing it at all, quite honestly.
I think you're right. I think this is maybe like one of the few occurrences that we see these monsters coming out of Joe's extra deck. I mean, look at this. He's going to swing in for this damage right here.
That's going to be 4,000 damage, so... actually with 4,200 damage, because he's going to get this Tenki Search, but 4,200 damage, unfortunately he's not going to be able to go into Cowboy, because he doesn't have any resources to do so, but he did search out the Wolfbark, so on his next turn, if Keith does not have an answer, this game is going to be over.
It's going to be over real quick.
So now Keith is down to 600 life points.
And Keith is top decking here. He has one card set and just drew into whatever he drew. Maybe the nuts. We don't know.
He drew that nuts Vylon Prism.
Oh my goodness. What is this? Hunders? Oh,
and it's going to get
quickly
bottomless.
met with a bottomless, but he has that creation.
And creation is going to trigger because bottomless trap hole does in fact destroy.
And then it vanishes. We all know this. The scrubs today might not know this. I'm not calling anyone a scrub, but there are. I mean, we've all faced it.
Yes, but it does. Creation works differently compared to the Yangzings because the Yangzings need to go to the graveyard, but creation is such a good card, and the fact it does not care if the monster gets banished or not.
I'm wondering if Keith is trying to axe himself out or not.
Is he trying to pull a U? Is that what he's doing?
Even if he does, he can't do it as well as I did.
Well, I'm wondering. He destroys the BN so he can get the Chi-Wen out and then get the search from the BN.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why 87ShoNuff is the Yangzing god. Because I looked at that play and I didn't even think that. Of course not. Why would I? I don't play Yangzings.
No one plays Yangzings. What are we talking?
This was the rogue matchup of the entire tournament. This guy's playing Yangzings over here, and what? What?
Well, let's not forget, skill drain is at 3 in this format, so...
This, you are correct about.
So you cannot neglect the power of skill drain.
No, we cannot, ladies and gentlemen. But this could be game for Keith right now, because summoning that Wolfbark will net him the bear from the graveyard, and he can just cowboy for game at this moment. And
yeah, there's no
reason to attack.
Well, there's nothing he can even do, because, I mean, even if he's synced, like, he can't stop it. There's no 5 that would be able to do anything, so...
I mean, they can use Valor from deck, right? I mean, obviously.
Oh, of course, because they're Yang Zings. They can use Valor from decks. So that's going to be it. The Team Avalanche takes round 1 of the finals, and we're going to go straight into game 2 with 87ShoNuff deciding to go first.
Let's see how Keith turns this around.
It'll be interesting to see this now that they have their sideboards in play.
And Keith,
I don't know what kind of options they have for one another.
I remember very vividly, but just for the sake of the watchers, I'm going to act surprised when I see those techs hit the field. Oh, wait a second.
Snatch Steal.
Mr. Steal Your Girl over here is taking that Bixie. Wait a second, who is that again?
That is Suwani.
Suwani.
Yes.
I have to learn these names. Seriously.
This could be a really big early momentum swing for the Team Avalanche, because not only is he going to get the plus off of Bear, he's going to put Keith down to close to half his life points.
That's bad already.
And not to mention, in main phase 2, he could overlay into Dweller and make all the Yang Zings essentially useless.
Just make those Yang Zings cry tears of no effects. Thank you, Mr. Goodwrench.
So Team Avalanche can use that Tenki that he searched off the Bear to get him a Wolf Bark, which is obviously the ideal play. And it looks like he's going to overlay here. And he's going for Heartland Draco. That's a very questionable play in my opinion.
I would agree with that. But of course, I'm not the one dueling. I'm not the one in the finals. Keith made sure of that.
And I mean, No Damage Joe has Heartland. He's gone into Heartland Drago before, so he must know what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I still feel like a Bistol would have been the ideal play, because we see the Dark Hole come down for 87ShoNuff, and if Team Avalanche would have had a Dweller, he could have chained it to that Dark Hole to prevent the Jiaotu from getting its effect.
Mm-hmm. Joe messing up already. It looked like he was so promising with his turn, and to not see that Dweller made me die a little inside.
I think Team Avalanche was too focused on just getting that Xyz on board to make the Snatch Steal become dead, that he just might have overlooked the possibility of Dweller. But it's okay. He has it might, we don't know, but he does have the Wolf Bark, so I mean the Bear hit the grave, and that was ultimately the goal.
Absolutely.
So now that Wolf Bark's back, Team Avalanche can net that Bear back and go into really anything he wants at this point. I mean, he could opt to go into Tiger King to get him another Tenki. He could...
Pluses for days. Pluses for days. That's all I'm going to say.
Not plussing with Torrential.
That right there.
The crashing waves of Torrential extinguishing the flames of the Fire
right
Fist.
There messes up so many plans.
But not only that, because it's going to be getting 87ShoNuff a new monster and leaving Team Avalanche with nothing.
Oh my goodness. This looked like it was going to be a promising day, but Joe, even though he has that back row, we don't know. Anything could happen.
Anything could happen. He does have plenty of back row, but 87ShoNuff's going to go ahead and summon that Suwani out.
I wonder if he has a continuous torrential, seeing it's still on the field. Not anymore, I guess. All right, that's perfect.
During both players' end phases, every monster is destroyed.
During any part of the duel, you can reset this card from your graveyard into your spell and trap card zone and activate it. That's basically what I saw right there. If I was new and I was coming into this game and I saw that, I would have been doing that at tournaments and everywhere, and everyone would have been correcting me.
That would not have been a broken card whatsoever. And Team Avalanche with another Wolf Bark. That's just incredible.
How many Wolf Barks has he gone through so far? Is this 3 or 2?
This is his second.
Okay.
Because this is game 2, so he only has one left in deck at this point. Or it could be in his hand, who knows. So he's going to go into Black Ship of Corn this time, which is a really good call. Because Black Ship of Corn will not destroy the Yang Zings. It will, in fact, send them to the grave, so it will not trigger their effects. And interesting, so it looks like 87ShoNuff was attempting to Synchro Summon with his 2 monsters, and we just have a slew of chains going on. Oh my god!
Wow! The wiretap comes in for the save again.
Oh
I would not have guessed.
God. So what happened there was 87ShoNuff attempted to synchro with his monsters once it got targeted by Black Ship. Team Avalanche Fiendish chained the monster that was gonna use this, that was gonna do the synchro summon, which then 87ShoNuff used Trap Stun to negate the Fiendish chain, wiretap negating the Trap Stun, but then Keith's wiretap negating Joe's wiretap, and essentially negating everything and leaving 87ShoNuff with a Goyo Guardian on board now.
What? I could have sworn I would have seen an MST in there to negate just all of it. MST negates, ladies and gentlemen. We just don't know this. Only the pro players know that MST negates, and that would have stopped that entire chain no matter what. We all know this. But of course, Keith doesn't let that go down that way, and we're just resolving in Keith now taking more of the advantage. He has the Wolfborg out of hand. He has Joe's Black Ship of Corn now, which had the material. It wasted its material last turn. He wasted the Fiendish Chain.
He has the third Wolfborg!
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, ladies and gentlemen? This, right here, we see 3 Wolfborgs in the same duel.
Back to back to back.
Of course. Joe, you are, I should bow down. I'm bowing down to you right now for how many Wolfborgs you're attaining in this duel.
Wow. Team Avalanche just with the answers. And now he goes into the 101 to easily steal that Goyo Guardian.
He didn't use it for its effect. He knew it because Keith is getting schooled right now. So this is Dueling 101. And that's why he brought out the Honor Arc.
Whew, that's rough. Yeah, having 101 out against a near empty field is probably one of the best, and he has the Tenki to follow all of that up. So he's
why
gonna.
Wouldn't he?
Because why wouldn't he? Exactly. So now he's gonna have the bear to be able to pop Keith's monsters next turn. So that is just an incredibly strong play.
Joe, you're like the best duelist ever.
That or he can rip like a god, whichever way you want to look at it.
Those top deck Wolfborgs and Tenkis, anytime I would play Fire Fist, would just, of course, there's the MST.
And he rips the MST for their turn. Oh, but 87ShoNuff with the Compulse to bounce the Honor Arc back into the Joe's extra deck, which is really pivotal at this point, seeing as how 87ShoNuff has only 2 cards. And we know for a fact that, or actually no, we don't know, but we have a 99% chance of guessing that set monster is, wow, a Banisher of the Radiance. I was not expecting that. Okay.
But the Banisher, ladies and gentlemen, hit the field. It was like, nah, not today, Yang Zing. Not today.
What I was gonna say is that if he summons that bear to pop that Yang Zing monster, we know, and oh my god, Keith ripping the Suwani to be able to run over the Banisher. That is huge.
The Yang Zing gods must be smiling upon Keith today because these rips from both players is absolutely pivotal to this. I'm gonna stop speaking for at least a minute. Alex, you can take over for starting now. 60 seconds.
The Yugi gods want to give us a good finals match, and they're giving it to us. So, Team Avalanche summoning out that bear to pop that Suwani, and that Suwani is gonna net 87ShoNuff a new card. Probably gonna be Chiwen, yeah. This is gonna, I mean, it's an awkward position because if he runs over the Chiwen, then 87ShoNuff can get back the Chiwen as well as another Yang Zing. So that's why he's deciding to just pass turn. And oh my god, he rips the Yang Zing path. I don't even know what to say. Like, 87ShoNuff went from nearly nothing to ripping the Suwani to get out of the Banisher of the Radiance lock, and then ripping the Yang Zing path on top of it to be able to get a +1, grab a couple fresh new cards, and he might be back in this match, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, my minute's up. Wow! Key! Are you kidding me?
And the dark hole off of the Yang Zing path.
This is sad. Keith, why? Joe was doing so good. And he pulls this. Those double dark holes, though. I gotta tell you something about that. Keith mains 2 dark holes.
That he does.
And it just starts generating so much stuff for him. It gets rid of his opponent's monsters, but then gets the destruction for himself. And thank you, Keith, Joe, for having that bottomless to stop this craziness that we're seeing right now.
Really slowing him down here. And now it puts both players with 0 monsters, so this is going to be interesting. It's a battle of the top decks. And, Team Avalanche with that set
MST
Tenki.
negates. MST negates, ladies and gentlemen. There is no search for Joe there.
Team Avalanche just forced to set the card that he drew and pass. 87ShoNuff just doing the same. I mean, we are just at a standstill here until one of these 2 players draws a monster.
This is absolutely a set-a-thon right now. Everyone's just set. They're setting up for their plays.
Well, 87ShoNuff's going to set no matter what he gets, because unless it's like a Suwani, there's no chance of him attacking.
Yeah, absolutely.
So both players just exchanging back, pretty much setting every card that they draw. I mean, it's just so crazy to think that only a few minutes ago it looked like Team Avalanche was in complete control of this match.
And now it's getting harder. It's getting harder for both of them.
Yeah, it's just been complete. Oh, that Dimensional Prison is huge here. I mean, I gotta give it to Team Avalanche. He really is keeping the Yang Zing monsters under control by keeping them banished, whether it's through Radiance or the D-Prison. I mean, he's just been doing a really good job with that.
Seriously.
And so, that was Blind MST is usually not that good, but he hit that skill drain, which is good considering that Bear is out now.
I don't know, Keith. I remember him saying something about he's running his triple skill drain. He loves skill drain. He was saddened to see it go down to 1 in this past list, but in this deck, he is running triple, no effects for anyone in the entire duel, because most of the time people don't see that MST when that skill drain gets flipped face up. But this time, that ripped blind MST took that skill drain out.
So this is interesting. So 87ShoNuff flipping up that pool out, and it looks like he's going to attack into the Bear. That's interesting. So he's going to... Yeah, he's going to... Oh, okay, so he has another copy of Skill Drain in the back row.
Should have seen this coming. Could have seen this coming, but I didn't.
So 87ShoNuff, and Vanity's Emptiness.
MST negate. MST negates, ladies and gentlemen. We can see it again.
Oh, Trap Stun
negates too. Trap Stun negates too.
That's really interesting. And what's really good about that is that now... Well, actually, it doesn't really matter, because I was going to say the Trap Stun's going to negate the Skill Drain, which would prevent Team Avalanche from getting a search off Bear, but Team Avalanche's back row is clogged, so he actually cannot get a search. And he might have gone through all 3 of his Tenkis by now. Mm. He might have 1 left. I don't remember for sure. But, so anyway, 87ShoNuff taking a lot of damage in that exchange just to get a Suwani on board. Let's see if it'll pay off for him.
It's a bold strategy.
Well, I mean, it's a 1900 monster, Skill Drain's active, and Joe's own Vanity's Emptiness is active, and his back row is locked at this point. So if those 2 back row are bluffs, I mean, he has nothing to protect him from this.
I'm fairly sure those back row have to be like a Lance or something like that, because if it was anything else, they would have been reactive already.
I don't know. He took that damage, and I disagree because
This is why I'm not in the...
Oh, in the Fairy Wind! Is he going to end it right here? No, because Team Avalanche has the wiretap to shuffle that back.
No, he's not, ladies and gentlemen. That was close.
This is getting really clutch. What I was going to say in regards to what you said about Lance, he would have used that Forbidden Lance to protect his monsters when Keith drew the Dark Hole off the Yang Zing path.
You're absolutely right. And this is exactly why I'm not in the finals right now.
Yeah.
I think of stuff like that. And this is terrible. You know what? Thank you, Keith. Thank you for... Uh-oh.
So Team Avalanche got that Dimensional Prison. Or not Dimensional Prison, I'm sorry. Dimensional Fissure.
It's all the same. It's
yeah, pretty much. It's going to banish anything. Yeah. And then the same artwork is on both cards.
You were right about there. You were right about one thing.
Yeah, so there we go. There's the Dimensional Prison to stop the Suwani, and we're at the point where you know, it's so close. I mean, Team Avalanche is just 1,800 life points away from winning the first YugiTuber Grand Championship, but 87ShoNuff is not going down without a fight.
Absolutely not. I mean, look at this. 18 to 900 life points. This is close as it can get.
And
Face
87
up skill drains, face up D fissures, D prisons around every corner, dark holes up the Yang Zing. See what I did there?
Up the Yang Zing.
Up the Yang Zing.
I mean, this is as good of a finals match as you can expect. But both players have tremendously slowed down now as, I mean... Oh, and the fairy wind again! He drew...
We have to see a wiretap. Another wiretap, Joe. Please, don't let it go down like this. Don't let it finish like this. Oh! And we go over to game 3.
That is it. We are going to game 3, ladies and gentlemen. If you see there in the chat, 87ShoNuff said that was for you, Cody.
That was for me. The gobble is not forgotten. It's still undefeated, though. But it's not forgotten.
Gobble, but not forgotten.
Gobble, but I love that. That is going to be the newest hashtag. Gobble, but not forgotten. Yes! I love it.
So this is it, ladies and gentlemen. The final game of the final match of the 2015 YugiTuber Grand Championship. Team Avalanche starting us off with a Fire Fist Bear, 3-set back row. We have 10 minutes left in the match. Let's do this.
Let's do it. This is full gear right here. This is full throttle. Look at that. I am so excited I choked while speaking. Who does that?
Just like you choked in the semifinals?
Hey. You're right. You're right.
So, both players with 4 back row now, and 87ShoNuff flipping that Suwani face up, and it looks like he's probably going to attempt... Oh, but Team Avalanche with the Torrential Tribute. Really questionable play because that Suwani is going to replace itself, but never mind because Team Avalanche has the skill drain to back it up.
How much you want to bet we're going to see a stupid wiretap right now?
I would honestly take that bet because I guarantee you we're going to see it. We're going to see it. We're going to see something. Okay, fairy win.
It basically negates in this aspect.
In this aspect, yes.
Still not as powerful as MST. MST is almighty god.
But this is just it, putting both of those players just lower on life points. Every life point in this game matters because the winner of this is going to win the entire thing.
And look at that 3 back row from Joe's backfield already picked off just in those 1 chains.
Exactly. That was a really good exchange for 87ShoNuff.
Counting on the fingers over here. How many chains there were.
So Team Avalanche with that set Tenki, so now he can go ahead. Oh, and the MST. Now it looks like 87ShoNuff's the one with the answers.
Oh, MST.
Oh man, this is getting... I don't know, things aren't looking good for the Team Avalanche right now. I mean, it's Keith's 6 cards to his 3. This could potentially be huge.
Oh. There's that dark hole on himself. Keith, why do you do this? Why do you do this? We're trying to have fun over here. But no fun allowed in Keith's matches.
So 87ShoNuff using that dark hole to destroy his 2 Yang Zings to fetch another 2 Yang Zings. It's going to allow him to fetch the Bion and the Pulao.
I'm surprised you remember all these guys' names.
Oh, and he has the Soul Charge to back that up. This could be huge right now.
This is going to end badly for anyone going up against that type of field.
Yeah,
Bringing back 3 monsters. Torrential's already out of the way. We saw that from last turn, and my goodness, this, I'm pretty sure we're going to see a lot of cards being bounced back to the deck right now.
So that's a sync for 7 using the Bixi, the Pulao, the Bien, and the Chiwen, which means he's going to more than likely be going into his trump card from the whole tournament, Yazi himself. And that is a very scary Yazi that Joe is going to be staring down right now, because that Yazi cannot be destroyed by battle, it is unaffected by spell, and it is unaffected by trap effects.
And on top of that, his already built-in effect of can't being targeted. There is almost no way to get over that unless you do something that doesn't target, or doesn't destroy by battle, or doesn't involve spell or traps in any way. Oh, that is a force to reckon with right there.
And the rank 4 pool is not catered towards things that have built-in protection from targeting effects.
Mm-hmm. Practically every rank 4 practically does target. You're absolutely right.
I think the only option Joe has at this point is to Exiton. Yeah. I cannot think of any other rank 4 play that he can do at this point to clear that Yazi.
But of course, Keith always has something to do to mess up plans in some way.
No, you're right. I mean, if 87ShoNuff flips a skill drain at this point, like, this is over. This is like, there's no chance. Okay, so really interesting. So Team Avalanche deciding to go into a Castel. Okay, so that means he's going to shuffle back the Chiwen. I mean, I guess that's good because now he can protect his monster, or his cards rather, from being popped by the Yazi.
Mm-hmm. Because he needs an effect too strong. Have to bring some Cali effect into this. We remember you.
And oh my God, the Yang Zing path.
The top decks are real, ladies and gentlemen. The path is set for 87ShoNuff to win. I don't know how this. Always ripping the perfect top decks. This is incredible.
The Yang Zing gods are smiling upon 87ShoNuff right now for these insane top decks. Ugh. I don't even know. I mean, at this point, it's looking so grim for the Team Avalanche. 87ShoNuff summoning out that Bixi, which he's more than likely just going to pop for the Yazi effect. Interestingly enough, he's targeting the Castel. I guess the Yazi's unaffected by stuff, so I guess it really doesn't matter. He's probably just going for that damage.
The damage.
I mean, that's 1926. That's 34. That's 4,500 points of damage on board right there.
Damn.
So, and that's not to say if he doesn't synchro, which it looks like that's what he's going to do for 5, and that's probably going to be an Armades, if I had to guess.
2,800 Armades. That is
2,800 Armades. Yeah, so which means now we're Joe staring down 5,400 points of damage. But luckily for Joe, he can't get cowboyed.
That is true. There is no cowboy finishing for this game.
So it looks like Joe's going to take all the damage. I mean, there's literally nothing his back row can do at this point. I mean, the Armades is immune to anything when it attacks. The Yazi's immune to everything always. So it just... I hate to say it, but I think 87ShoNuff has this one in the bag. Oh, but Snatch Steal. Okay, this is getting interesting.
Snatch Steal saved me so many games, and it could potentially save Joe in this predicament. Even though that Yazi can't be destroyed by battle, he still can get that damage in.
He can get in that 200 damage.
Damage is damage.
This is getting interesting. Snatch Steal being one of the trump cards of this tournament, as we all know.
Hashtag I'm glad it's banned.
I think everyone in the comments will agree with you on that. Oh, I mean, that Snatch Steal would have been good if that Yazi wasn't immune to spells, but I mean, I don't think it's going to matter because all 87ShoNuff just needs is what? Oh my god, and he has another Yang Zing.
Keith, why'd you do this? Keith! Guys, why did you do that to everyone?
That's incredible. I mean...
Okay, I got that out of my system.
The recyclability right now. I mean, all 87ShoNuff needs is one Yang Zing, and he's going to claim the title because he can use that to pop the Snatch Steal to gain back his Armades, and that is going to be... And he has MST, so that's even better.
Oh,
he's going to pop the back row instead. Okay, that's not a bad idea. Which is a Mirror Force, not like it would have mattered, but Mirror Force is Mirror Force. Alright, and there we go, and there's the Bixi getting dropped. And so he's going to use the effect of Yazi, pop the Snatch Steal, pop the Bixi, get back his Armades, and get a special summon off the Bixi's effect.
This is too crazy. This is why Keith is in the finals, ladies and gentlemen. This is why it looks like Keith is about to win. We don't know what that could be. Face down. It could be Morphing Jar
a Fossil Dyna. It could be a Fossil Dyna.
It could be a Fossil Dyna. We don't know.
I mean, this is going to be it. That final attack, Armades going through, and it was a set bear. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the final attack from the Yazi. 87ShoNuff is your first YugiTuber Grand Championship. Champion, there we go.
In the championship.
In the championship,
oh, my
yes.
goodness.
I've been saying championship way too much.
Over the past 2 months, yeah.
Yes.
Championship will probably be like your word you wake up to in the morning. It's just like championship.
It is. That's gonna do it. Yugimation, thank you for joining me to watch this epic finals match. Everyone, I want to thank everyone who has been watching this tournament from the start. Thank you all so much. Congratulations, 87ShoNuff. Yugimation, do you have any final words?
And your new, undisputed YugiTube champion of the world, 87ShoNuff, everybody. Pretty much I knew this tournament was gonna go exactly like this. People gonna play their breakthrough skills, their TTs, Fiendish Chains, Bottomless Trap Hose, and all these other cards and things that target like Bear and crap like that. And what's gonna happen? I'm going to have monsters that are unaffected by all of these things, and that's what happened. So I just knew it. I mean, like, all these other decks from the past formats, they're great. They're really good decks. The Yangzings are just a tad bit ahead of their time. Probably if Necros and Klee and Shadows were in there, I would have a tougher time, especially with the Shadow matchup. But with the Klee and BA matchup, I should do just fine. But I kind of knew this is what was going to happen, and I knew I was going to play against Joe or I was going to play against Cody. Yeah, just Swagman. We just up there. That's it for me, guys. RCN sub. I may not be your favorite YugiTuber, but I can outplay them. RCN sub. Peace.
And with that, the first annual YugiTuber Grand Championship has come to a close. I just want to make a couple of quick closing announcements before we go. So first off, congratulations 87ShoNuff, you truly deserve it. And as a reward for your efforts, I want to honor you with this. The 2015 YugiTuber Grand Championship one-of-a-kind token. So expect to see this in your mailbox really soon because you earned it, my friend. Secondly, I just wanted to thank all of the YugiTubers who participated in this competition. I know this was a huge time sink for a lot of us, and so the fact that I could manage the fact that all of you actually took the time out to help do this together, to just do this for the fans, I really just want to thank each and every one of you. And I especially want to shout out Yugimation, because Yugimation was the one who was helping me with the animations, and it was just, he was the second guy behind me, so I really want to point him out in particular. And I also want to point out the CaliEffect in particular as well, since he helped me do probably close to 50% of the commentary through this tournament. So I know that was a lot of time on his part, so thank you guys so much for that. And lastly, I just want to thank all of you, the fans, because without all of you, this tournament wouldn't have been possible. We did this because this is what you all wanted us to do for so long. We just finally decided to put it all together. And so without you guys, none of this would have been possible. So thank you all so much for the support. Like I said, this is the first annual, meaning that this tournament is going to become an annual event. So you can expect to see this every year from here on out. So thank you guys all so much. I'm really happy that you all enjoyed it. If you have any feedback that you might want to give for the tournament, I'm going to put the link from the top 4 video in here as well to submit your feedback if you haven't already, because your feedback is going to help us make this tournament even better for next year. So thank you all so much, and that's it.